Our group is Group 56, 3 Chicks and a Dude. This is our business manager project on Chick-Fil-A and its growing success. So to start off, the company was started by S. Truett Cathy. His first restaurant started as a small diner in Atlanta in 1946. He set his diner in the place of a Ford Motor Company and an airline, and then he was able to move on through 2 innovations to become the Chick-fil-A that we know today. The first is the Henny Penny, which is a pressure cooker, which allows the meat to keep more moisture. And then he also was one of the first to use boneless chicken breast to make his chicken sandwiches. And in addition, their expansion was the key to the whole thing. They were able to move into malls, which were one of the first fast foods to move into malls. They also moved eventually into colleges, airports, hospitals, stuff like that, so they're able to get their name out. So the Chick-fil-A difference is their fresh quality ingredients. They use fleshy breaded chicken, they use lemon in their water, and lemon for their lemonade, which they're also known for. And they're very environmentally safe. They use foam, which is a recycled material they use to keep in, not only just keep it colder, but it's more environmentally safe. They do safe packaging, tray liners, stuff like that. In terms of health conscious, they grill their chicken breasts every day rather than fry them. They also have fruit and yogurt rather than French fries. And they have wraps instead of burgers. So their hours of operation, they're closed on Sundays. They're very Christian oriented, so they believe Sunday is a day of rest for both worship and for just rest in general, to be with your family and take a day off. They're also known to have kids' meals that have toys in them. They often play Christian music in the restaurant and things like that nature. So organizational culture. Organizational culture is the shared set of beliefs, expectations, values, norms, work routines that influence how members of an organization relate to one another and work together to achieve these goals. So, for their Christian values, they have been heavily influenced by the founder, and it's been continued by Truett's son, Dan Cathy, as the company has progressed on into the next era. So, community involvement. First and foremost, the Chick-fil-A Bowl. It was started in 1995. It's a football game that last year raised over $110 million. It's a matchup between an ACC and an SEC team, and it ranks first among all bowl games in donations. And it's held every year in Atlanta. So also, fundraising events at local schools they've been known to do through universities, high schools, schools all across the nation, particularly in the South, to raise money. Also, they have the WinShape Foundation, which is a foster care program founded by the WinShape group, and Chick-fil-A fosters up to 150 kids. And they're also known to give millions of dollars to Christian foundations all across the nation each year, obviously because of their company values. And Cathy has been quoted as saying, "You should put your money where your faith is." In terms of leadership and motivation, leadership, by definition, is a process by which a person exerts influence over other people and inspires, motivates, and directs their activities to achieve their goals. So Chick-fil-A in particular, their senior corporate officers have at least 20 years plus of experience per each person, which in total equals over 2 centuries of management experience in a company as large as this, so that's very impressive. Truett himself has been known to set an example. For example, in 1982, due to recession, prices of ingredients and stuff were going up, and they were going to cut workers' wages. And rather than do that, Truett gave up his salary that year to cover up the difference. So that's the kind of boss you want to work for. He's also been known to be very relationship-oriented, and also through reward power, they've been able to achieve certain things. For example, if you work at Chick-fil-A and you break, you get free food, you get a discount if you work there. There's also, if store operators are able to increase their overall sales by 20% in a given year, they're awarded a car. So in terms of strategy, the biggest break in their strategy so far came in 1995 with their Eat More Chicken campaign, which famously involves 3 cows, obviously holding the Eat More Chicken sign. And it's funny having cows as a mascot to sell chicken, obviously. So with them, customer needs come first. If the customer wants it, the customer gets it, has always been a motto for Chick-fil-A. For example, in terms of Christian music also, they've been known to play in the restaurant. It brings in very Christian environment to the restaurant, very family-oriented, things like that. And in terms of their mannerisms, they're very well known for that. For example, when customers come in, they welcome you, and they're also been known to say, "My pleasure," when people offer them orders or stuff like that. Cleanliness goes unsaid. So, human resources. Recruitment, they do a lot of job fairs at universities, fairs, things like that. Word of mouth and online, obviously. And they boast a pretty impressive 5% turnover rate for their company. So, selection, they're very based on competence, character, and chemistry. Instead of training people to say please and thank you, they trust employees who would do so on their own rather than be told to do so. Training, they have paid hours on video and on hands training, so each person is qualified when they come in on their first day of work to do everything that's asked of them. And their assessments, there's no schedule, but when they start off, you're on a 3-month probation program. And after those 3 months, you have a problem, you're good, you'll never have to worry about it again. And for benefits, like we mentioned before, free food during breaks, discounts, scholarship opportunities, room for advancement, and you work with a group of people that are there to have your back and are very like-minded like yourself.
I'm really hungry.
Want to go to see now?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, let's go.
No pizza. Roller? No burgers. Subway? No Subway.
I know what you want. Chick-Fil-A.
Yeah, let's go.
Need more chicken.
Need more chicken.